Hey guys, what's up? It is Nocturnal Gaming here. I am going to be doing a review of the new monthly event. This one is called Black Outpost. If you go to your notifications, you can see a summary of the event. Nice thing that they're doing with the new events that happen. They'll show you everything that's up for grabs. You have the USS Boston GAC-1, got the Pan Spatial Nautilus, the UUM-44 Subrock, the Akash, another AA missile. The free event reward this month is the Sky Ranger 30 hybrid. Got a new camo. Here are your new avatars. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on those, but and then a couple more decals. So here we go. Like most events, you have 13 stages. You'll get various rewards along the way. Some decals. There's some keys here. Some premium. 100 gold. Another title. Tiger Shark is being given back out as a free reward. Another 25 keys. New flag Hellguard. And then once you complete the event, you can get the new Sky Ranger hybrid. This is an autocannon. And the special offers, if you wanted to buy the ship right away, you could buy it for $100. If you finish the event, you can get it for $40. So I highly recommend you just finishing the event. It doesn't take that long. You can finish it in a day or two, just casually playing some escort matches. You can buy a new camo. I have it on the Boston, so we'll look at that later. One point to note there, on the desktop here, there'll be an offer here for authorization keys. You can get 40 keys for $2. I highly recommend this because it's just $2. It's not very expensive. And if you get the Twitch drops, then get those keys, buy the camo, and finish the event, you'll have 100 keys to spend. I spun mine on stream the other day on my personal account and did pretty well. I haven't spent any other money otherwise, other than I usually buy the camo. And if you go check the activities on mine, is it the wrong account? I did spend it on here. Oh yeah. You see, I got two. Sorry, I didn't see the blocks. So I did get 2 of the missiles. I got 1 of the grenade launchers. And I think that was it, but wasn't bad. For 100 keys that I spent like less than $20 on, so not too bad. Also, point to note, with the event points, you can reset this one every 6 hours. You can get 300 points. If you have an excess of gold, you can spend 300 gold and get 2,000 event points. This will get you through the stages. If you're on a device, you'll see another option that resets every 2 hours for 1,000 event pass points. And so you have to watch an ad for that. So you can get all the way through the event if you just keep an eye on those and reset them and claim the points on it. I'm on my press account, so I'm not all the way through the event yet on here. Just using this one to cover all of the options. As always, you have the pay to win, or the paid gacha wheel, which is going to include the Pan Spatial Nautilus. You have a new anti-air missile, the UUM-44 Subrock. We'll cover that a little bit in more detail later. We got a rerun of the Akaya, which is a really good anti-decoy torpedo. It's my go-to torpedo. So good to see that one being rerun. The Astros grenade launcher is from a couple years ago, I think October of 2024. So that one's being rerun as well. Got the Forbin. It is a previous gacha, so they're including a second ship in the gacha with the new events. It's got 2 cannons up front, and we can take a quick look at that one later as well. For the free-to-play gacha, we have a new Akash NG. This is the AA missile I was talking about. Got the Mi-28NM Havoc helicopter. This is rerun. It's been around a few times. You can sell it on a ship, I'm pretty sure. So you can use that to boost the value of a ship if you want to. Got the Roland 2 AA. This was being reintroduced. I don't know anything officially about this, but I suspect that this AA is going to be buffed in some way to target SLBMs. I have nothing official on that. It's just a hunch that I have that it's been reintroduced. It's been offered as a free reward in the past. I've seen it popping back up. So look for something to change with this. Like I said, I could be completely wrong. You know, it's, I just feel like that one's going to get readdressed. So with the ship, you got the Boston GAC-1. I did run this a few times yesterday, and it's not bad. Like I was scoring really good damage with it, getting a lot of kills with it. It was interesting because I was like, you know, it didn't seem all that impressive while I was playing it. I was like, okay. And then when I finished the match, I was like, holy crap, I'm like way higher on damage than everyone. So it did the job. Like I really don't have any complaints about it. The accuracy was really good with the cannon. You got an X3 missile slot, which is really nice. The cannons were very accurate. You got a burst of 103,000 with the cannon. I threw in a Mako here, but you can use whatever. That's a 76,000 burst with the Mako. 56,000 burst with the Mark 12. Good accuracy on those. You've got an X2 grenade launcher. So it's got some firepower. The Seahawk Sigma B1B autocannon was performing extremely well. So overall, I'd say this ship is pretty good. If you have the Growl or the Lyran or something like that, maybe I would pass on it. But overall, I really don't have any complaints about it. It was reasonably fast. Did really good damage. You can see my history here. I used 7 million damage. So it was doing the work. I was pleasantly surprised with it, even though when I was using it, it just didn't seem like, I don't know. It wasn't anything that really stuck out to me, but when I finished the matches, I was like, well, it did a really good job. So I actually may pick this up on my personal account. I think it's going to sell reasonably well. So, if you're not planning to keep it, buying the bundle ships is one of the less expensive ways to get ArtCoin. The best deal they have on ArtCoin is $14,000 for $100. So if you buy this ship for $40 and you're getting over 10,000 ArtCoin, that's really good, per ArtCoin cost. So if nothing else, get it for investment purposes, but it's really kind of a decent ship. The sound is awesome. So I know it's a weird thing to say, but like if you remember the sound of the Vladivostok, it was kind of along those lines. I can do a real quick test run with it, but yeah, not bad. You can hear that boom, boom. So 148, you got, I don't think this one, it didn't do AA, but it was a nice secondary cannon, and you could just keep stuff going, down range. It was good grouping with the like very precise with the cannon. I was getting very good like numbers with it when I was playing. I always check my statistics. Yeah. So yeah, overall not bad. Let me go look at the stats here. So, it was like 69% here, 78% on this, on the accuracy there, which for an escort where you're shooting stuff all the time is really not bad. So I was pretty impressed with it overall. I really have no complaints about it. Even though my first initial, before I used it, impression was like, yeah, whatever, but it's really not bad. overall the event, I think it's a pretty decent event. I haven't used this one yet, but I did use it. Didn't seem too bad. We'll go over here and cover the, is it under equipment? I need to find I think it cleared my compare, didn't it? Let's go see here. Yeah, it cleared it out. We'll do a quick comparison of the anti-air missiles. There's so many missiles. I should have favorited those. So out of the AA missiles, I still think the HQ-26 is going to be the better of the anti-air missiles. I don't have this as organized. Here it is. I do have that. Where's the one? Where's the cache? Sorry, guys. There's too much on here. Oh, yeah, it's right here. It's the one from the bundle. I'll show you that in just a second. So, with the cache, you do have higher DPM than the HQ-26 and the Steel. Burst is a little bit lower. Reload is pretty fast. It's actually the fastest reload of all of them, so that is pretty nice. Flight altitude is high. The range is 13 kilometers, so it is longer range than the others. So speed's a little bit less. Initial speed 155, so the initial is faster. Acceleration time is a little bit slower. Durability is less than the HQ-26, and I think that's going to be probably kind of key. I haven't done, so the way I do comparisons with these is I'll run them, in 2 slots and just kind of look at my stats after the fact. So if you have a ship like the Shiloh, you can run the Akash in one and the HQ-26 in the other, and then check your stats after the match and see how well it's hitting. So overall, not bad. It's got a higher ammunition count. Like I said, DPM is higher. So maybe a little bit more damage against ships when you're not hitting air. But I think if you want to target air, I think this area damage at HQ-26 is still going to make it the better option. But I have to give it a run through and just do a lot more testing. I highly recommend you check your stats after every match and just see what's working for you and what's not. You'd be surprised sometimes switching some stuff out and seeing what's working really well. This is a Cerebus camo. This is the one. It's like the $15, and I usually buy these. Like my friend Alfonso said, I'm not real crazy about the stuff flying above them. It's a bit distracting to me. But overall, not a bad camo. I like the magma from the Deal with the Shadow a bit more, but it's not bad. The flag, pretty good. It's got some good animation on it. So I do like the flag. But yeah, that's all I got. So yeah, that's your new monthly event. Boston's not bad. Actually, let me cover the sub. I'm getting ahead of myself here. The sub was very interesting. I think it's going to take a bit to get used to it, but it's really not bad. So especially if you end up getting this sub-rock nuclear underwater launch anti-sub missile, this was pretty cool. Like I got to say, it really surprised me when I used this. The locked missile, this Hexoset, fires 6 rounds. Burst is 85,000, so it's gonna wreak havoc with AA systems that are gonna fire. So it's gonna be really good bait for all the AA systems. It really did perform really well. You've got the SLBM-3. It's a single slot. However, it is a semi-auto fire. So you can fire one and then you can fire another one, like right after. You can move your cursor around and fire it in a different spot. So actually kind of cool. I was really surprised. The speed of the sub was pretty good. It's got 2 X2 slots. The overall DPM was, I mean, with what I have set up here with the nuclear missile was 2.2 million. The speed is 25 knots. It was really fast. I'll do a quick test drive of it, but I like this sub. Like it really kind of held its own when I was using it. It's kind of funny because the back tail wiggles. So whenever I'm going anywhere in it, I just go back and forth so the tail works. I'm going to go under here. Be too close for the SLBM, but I'll let's go do some. I mean, I just one shot at a carrier. I didn't even use the SLBM either, so it's not bad. I really was kind of surprised. Let me turn and get some distance here. I want to show you the double shot on the SLBM. So I think this little thing is going to be a menace. Let's see here. So the way the double shot works, you click it, whoop, and then you can. So you got 2 shots in there out of a single slot. So it was a little deceiving at first. I shot it and I didn't catch that right away. So overall, it's not bad. Your range on that, it's your blast range is a little bit bigger, a little bit less than the Lasner, but a little bit more than the Puckhook song. So overall, not bad. I think this is going to be kind of useful. I think you're going to use the other weapons a bit more. It also fires torpedoes out of the back. That was something else that was kind of interesting as well. So if you're being pursued, instead of having them drop out of the front, let me see which one goes front to back. That did front. And I don't know if it's like, it depends on where you're targeting. See, those went off the back, which is kind of cool because I've definitely been chased before. Let me see if the other one. So that one kind of went out of the side, but so the 5th one did go straight out the back. Even the side one wasn't bad. Like it was still, pretty quick to go straight to target. So overall, not bad. I like this one. I don't know if I'm gonna get it yet or try to pick it up later, but pretty cool little sub. I gotta say, it's gonna be a bit of a menace. So at least it's not spamming SLBMs. So anyway, that's all I got. I'm gonna post this one up for YouTube. That's my review on the event this month. Overall, not too bad. Some interesting stuff. Have any questions, comments, please let me know, and we'll see you guys around. Thanks.